speaking of stupid fun, and this transition I've got no shame in. Sunset Overdrive. Whew, what a game. Many people haven't played this, which I'm very disappointed by.
Including me.
Yeah, to keep Charlie interested, it was made by Insomniac. Sunset Overdrive, it definitely, I want to say it was a launch title, but I'm not sure about that for the Xbox One. I may be bullshitting, but I don't know about that
Well,
one.
it came out in 2013, so it kind of matches the.
14.
Oh.
Was it 2013 or 2014? What fucking year are we on?
2014 run.
Yeah, no, we just ended my 2013, so yeah, 2014.
2014. So yeah, it may be a launch title. Listen, the game is definitely from 2014. You can tell. I mean, it does that thing where it breaks the fourth wall often, like all the fucking time. However, yeah, ape brain up here. I love that shit. It's just really fun. It's really fun. It's got this really cool leveling system where you get upgrades for doing the stuff. So if you grind,
So you get upgrades for playing a game. Wow.
no. Right, let me speak. So like, if you grind a lot, the game will notice that, and you'll get like add-ons to the grind. Same with if you do flips and kick, because there's a parkour system.
So can I get upgrades for grinding on you?
I'm gonna ignore that. But yeah, please play Sunset Overdrive. It's a very fun game. I don't know what to describe it as. It's just fun. I even went around and got 100% in that game, and you could kill me and I wouldn't get 100% in most video games.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always thought Sunset Overdrive, I saw it on Game Pass, I always thought it was one of those like digital card games, like Hearthstone ripoffs, because it just had the art style, and I looked at it and I went like, I'm going to click on this, and it's going to be like, I'm going to think it's going to be really good, and then I'm going to look at the photos, and it's just going to be those fantasy characters I thought I could play as cards, and it's going to drive me insane.
That is exactly what Marvel Midnight Suns did to me.
Sunset Overdrive is a very good third-person shooter. I give it a 7 out of 10. IGN bought just play it. Just play it. It's a very good game. It's made by Insomniac as well, so it has a good parkour system, because they made the funny Spider-Man game. But yeah, very good game. I do love it. That's one of my sleeper hits. I reckon more people should play that. Harvey, please play that after this is concluded, because it is such a good game.
Sure, that's an underrated. My pick, I think, is something that pretty much everyone has played or at least heard of. It's obviously FNAF. Obviously, it's an iconic game. One of the most iconic games. Movie released in this year, of course. It's just so good.
No, got postponed. Got postponed.
No, it hasn't. Shush.
Yeah, it has. It got postponed to 2020. Got posted to early 2024 because people were mad that the eyes were red instead of black with white dots. So they're going back and editing it.
You're actually lying.
No, you're just he's just gaslighting you.
No, Google it.
He's just actually lying to.
Google it.
No, I am. He's just lying to our faces. A sequel to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie will begin production in 2024, but they're not changing the red eye thing. Stop.
Yeah, they're not changing this. You are actually just gaslighting us.
No, they're not changing it. Stop. He's actually gaslighting us. He's actually so mad about the eyes. Oh my god. But yeah, no. FNAF 1, I mean, from the looks of it, has like, even in the lore as well, it just kind of doesn't matter, which is funny.
No, I saw this funny clip earlier of MatPat's first ever theory for this, and it was linking it to like this shooting in some arcade. What? He has the most absurd theories, man. I love him though.
He does. Yeah, we all love Matthew Patrick.
Yeah. It's not Matthew Patrick. It's either Matthew Patthew or Matrick Patrick.
Matthew Patrick.
Matthew Patrick.
It's so funny how the first FNAF game has no link to the overall lore. It is impossible to place that game anywhere.
It's impossible to place everything in the FNAF lore.
I mean, 6 goes near the end. But honestly, I will back that FNAF. It started something. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it sure did start something.
Started a whole lot of killings, that's for sure.
Started the bite of 80s. It started Markiplier's career.
The boy.
I cannot wait for that film.
Okay, I need to apologize to you guys. I fell for misinformation. I quickly Googled it. Turns out there's like an entire Reddit thread of people going like, oh my god, The one TikTok guy said they should delay it, and then everyone else just assumed that it was being.
Of course.
Yeah, I knew it. Of course, he fucking saw it on TikTok. Of course, it came from TikTok.
No, I didn't see it on TikTok. I saw it on fucking Twitter. Of course, it came from TikTok. Only someone on TikTok could cause this amount of misinformation.
Yeah, I will give you that. FNAF, that's a pretty good choice. Harvey, what you got?
For this year, I also chose a horror game, but I chose one that probably isn't well known. At least if you're not like a fucking granddad. The Evil Within.
Oh, I want that evil in me.
Yeah, Charlie's been playing this.
Yeah, I've been playing it. I think it's all in the head as well. From the point on that, I think it is all in the head.
Oh, just because. Okay, first of all, shut up.
It is all in the head.
I know it's all in the head.
So there's at least one part of it that is all in the head. My theory, I don't know what I had a theory for it while I was playing, but it's gone. I forgot. My theory was either that one of the other bit was in the head, but yeah, it's all gone.
I mean, like, I prefer The Evil Within 2, right? I mean, everyone does, because
There's evil within too.
there's evil within two of you.
He does say that. He does say that in the game.
There's evil without, and there's evil within two. But no, I prefer Evil Within 2 because funny cat in Office, but also characters are more likable. Stefan, I think his name is the photographer in Evil Within 2, and he is a far more likable antagonist than some random psychic dude. But if you like Silent Hill, you'll love the aesthetic of this game because it's the exact same. It's this hellish mindscape, and there are a lot of recognizable monsters that not as like big as Silent Hill, but they have their same kind of like parallels. Like Pyramid Head is like Safe Head in this one, where it's just a dude with a safe on his head.
Imaginative name.
Pyramid Head.
I do have to say though, the opening to The Evil Within has got to be one of the best opening ever. I think it just thrusts you in completely blind. Like you pull up to this mental asylum, 5 minutes in, you're already in like the depths of hell in it, and yeah, you're just running from the sadist, I think his name is, or sadist, however you pronounce it.
Sadist, yeah.
Yeah, sadist.
But yeah, Evil Within. If you're looking for a very slow horror game, I think the best way to describe it is slow because it is. It is. Sometimes it can feel like a drag with its pacing, but if you're looking for something slow, something to do with like Silent Hill, or even just like as a good first survival horror game, I think The Evil Within might be your best bet. And also, The Evil Within 2 is well worth a watch. I mean, a watch, a play. Sorry.
Although they are kind of like, especially how they do have like, I don't know why they do that. They have the movie Black Borders in the game. I guess it's to make it kind of feel like more of a horror movie.
My two co-hosts here have picked two horror games. I've picked a game that has horrible lore inconsistencies. Fallout 4.
Everybody gets a tote bag except you and you and you and you and you.
I like Fallout 4. Is it the best in the game series? No, it's New Vegas, you idiot.
Everyone knows New Vegas.
Everyone knows it's New Vegas. No one's arguing that it isn't New Vegas.
It makes boys into men and men into women.
I like Fallout 4. Okay, granted, the story and lore is worse, awful, bad. No, bad.
It's garbage.
Or it's actual hot garbage. Like, I have sat through people explain why this is bad, and I've agreed with every single step that they have said, because it just is. They're like the jet. Vault Tech, before the war started, shipped off a shipment of jet to one of the vaults. So they were going to put a bunch of junkies in a vault and not give them any drugs for 100 years and then give it to them. However, jet is made with loads of chemicals and Brahman dung. Brahman dung is the result of cows being nuked, but the nukes hadn't dropped yet, so the jet wouldn't be made. So Vault Tech had no way of accessing jet, meaning they had no way to send to the vaults, meaning this game makes no sense.
How do you mess up on such a fundamental level with your own story? Only Bethesda.
I don't know. Because it's their fucking game. But like, who doesn't? I mean, it's jank as well, but it's a Bethesda game. I don't think.
I like Bethesda's games. I just hate Bethesda.
Todd Howard, his face looks fake. I've seen it so many times. He just looks like an AI generated image.
He's like Mark Zuckerberg's weird younger brother.
It is like he's the attractive one out of the two, though. He would be. If you saw the two next to each other, like you'd be like, hey. But nah, it's jank. It's shocking sometimes, but I don't know. I think it's, dare I say it, and I don't think this is a bold thing. I think it is better shooting mechanics than New Vegas.
Ooh.
Because shooting in Fallout 3 and New Vegas is quite bad sometimes.
Yeah, but if you're not using what's like the zoom in feature that like lets you target the robots.
That's
Yeah, if you're not just using VATS constantly, then you're just not playing the game right.
if you're not using VATS, you don't hit anything. You are just not hitting anything.
Yeah, but you're also
in
just
those
not playing
games.
the game right.
Yeah, well, I'm not using wall hacks. I'm not playing the game right. But at least in 4, you have the option just to not use that. And I think I don't want to say 4 because 4 fails drastically in like several aspects. But it's funny. It amuses me. What can I say? It does amuse me. It genuinely does amuse me as a video game. And once it's a Fallout game, you know, the music is banging, the gunplay's banging. I just go. Just I wouldn't. I think this is the first one on this list I'd say where I wouldn't recommend that you play it.
Mm.
Fallout 4, it's not an amazing game, but it is a very entertaining game. That's the end of my video essay. Like and subscribe for more video essays.
All right, so
Go on, say your piece.
my 2015 pick is another game that's hated by a lot of people, but loved by me. Bear with me, Zach. It's Batman Arkham Knight. I'm waiting.
Woo!
Oh, all right.
No, I like Arkham Knight. I think Arkham Knight is still a good game. I just like City more.
Yeah, but Arkham Knight's. I have to say, one of the things I really love about Arkham Knight over City, the character designs, in my opinion, they are phenomenal in Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like Harley Quinn's character's design.
No, Nightwing,
is it.
badass.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, the designs are amazing. Even
I don't know. I've seen people saying that they really love the classic suit in like Arkham Asylum and City, but the armored suit from Arkham Knight just hits different. It's so. If I saw that shit walking up to me, I would be shitting, pissing, coming, sweating, drowning balls. Oh, I don't even know. I would just.
Part of you is coming.
Part of me is coming. Most of me is just dead.
honestly, I can back that. Arkham Knight easily has the best combat, the best stealth in any of these games. Okay, without a shadow of a doubt.
God, I love the Arkham combat. Presses 3 buttons.
Yeah, it's really
It's still satisfying. Like breaking
it
their
is
backs.
awesome, and especially the finish moves. The new enemies introduced don't feel like a pain. Although I do have some problems with it though, but I'll let you voice your positives before I voice my negatives.
But listen, it's my time to shine. I know how much you hate the Batmobile and how much everyone else does, but I, for one, really like it. I like going around just pew 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 pew.
Because you're a 4-year-old.
I am, but I love it,
You love 4-year-olds.
and I love the. Even without the Batmobile, I think the movement system in this game is really good.
Oh, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly.
Like, it is so fun just like flying around Gotham and shit.
No, right. Gotham has never looked better. It is amazing how nice this game looks.
Okay, listen. One time Gotham has looked better in Matt.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. No, I mean in games, dumbass.
All right. Well,
It is amazing how good it looks. It's amazing, honestly.
I think that-
Okay, I like some of the story side modes, especially Professor Pig's. I think Professor Pig's is awesome. Some of the DLC as well was awesome. This season of Infamy, season of Infamy was amazing, but it does have some shit components, and I feel like you need to admit that.
You have some shits, like 90% shit components.
Okay, the Batmobile, it's all right. I feel like they use it far too much in it. Like, yeah, I feel like there's just one too many drone, especially when you consider there's like 4 Predator moments in the whole game, like proper Predator sections. There's like 4 in the whole game. The Gotham City stories, or whatever they're called, are actual garbage. All of them last approximately 2 minutes and are literally just combat maps strung together by events.
Oh, you mean the DLCs?
Yes. Not the Season of Infamy. Season of Infamy is amazing.
I played the Catwoman one, and I got stuck on that, and that was it.
Catwoman one is atrocious. I hate the Catwoman.
Yeah, I don't know why I played the Catwoman one, but yeah.
They're all pretty good, just apart from that Catwoman. The Catwoman one stinks. And I tell you what, A Matter of Family is probably the best one. That is probably amazing because it's more expansive than the others. Because the others are literally just combat maps. That actually, you got a whole new world to explore. The story as well, I'm not really that much of a fan of it. I both like that they brought Joker back because Mark Hamill makes me go ape mode. I enjoy his on-screen presence, especially with Connery. But I wish they gave the Arkham Knight was just like an original villain. No, not Arkham Knight. I wish they gave Scarecrow more of a chance just to be the bad guy instead of the Joker. So that is the one bad thing about that game, how it sets up Scarecrow, but he's just more of a plot device. I think he's got like 5 minutes of on screen.
Yeah, you have to admit, Scarecrow's design is the best. It's the best Scarecrow design in my opinion.
It is amazing. No, I definitely back you on that. I like how a kid named Finger plays Jim Gordon. That is amazing as well. But I just don't like it as much. I don't like as well how you have to unlock each island for the Batmobile because it just once again feels like they pushed the Batmobile a bit too much. Like he can't keep pursuing his thing without his Batmobile. Like it's his Robin.
He can't keep getting away with.
Exactly, and the plot isn't. It's structured better than Cities, I'd argue. You don't not too many side diversions apart from the whole Harley Quinn thing. Actually, they do fumble a lot as well. That was set up in City. Azrael is handled all right, but everything with Hush, they actually just fumble. Like he was set up.
He just got shot in that one.
He was set up of having Bruce Wayne's face. Imagine what he could have done with that. He literally just broke in. It's a cutscene. You press one button and you win. And that is it. It is such a disappointment. But yeah, no, I like it. I think it's still a good game. I just like City more.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't respect your opinion. I'm joking.
I just rambled. I rambled for a few seconds, and I will admit. Is there anything you want to say about your game?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's getting late, man.
Nah, it's fine. We got this.
We got this, boys. Okay, let me liven some energy back up with this. So horror games we were talking about recently. Have you ever thought, man, I would love to kick ass in a horror game?
No.
And have you ever thought at the same time, wow, these eyes should not be in these walls?
What?
Huh?
Have you ever wondered, I love schizophrenia. I wish it was a game.
The head?
And have you ever thought, wow, I wish it was a Dark Souls game? Blood.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Born.
Here we go. No, I rambled. He can ramble.
Okay. Bloodborne was my first FromSoftware game, and it is tying currently as my favorite between an Elden Ring and, quite frankly, Bloodborne. Anything Bloodborne related makes me go into animalistic heaving and sobbing and frothing at the mouth at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
Like, I cannot begin to describe to you the love that I have for this game. Basically, I think it was the first non-Dark Souls game to be released since Dark Souls 1 from FromSoftware, and it absolutely shows because I think they really got sick of the misery of Dark Souls, and instead they focused all their misery in London.
London is just misery in itself.
They actually just took photos of London.
Yeah. People say it's like a Victorian Gothic era London. I just see London.
Yeah, it's just London. I don't know what you mean.
It is quite literally just some areas of London. There is no joke or exaggeration in that. You don't even have to take away the violent homeless.
It's just South London.
It is just South London. You can keep the violent homelessness. It makes it more realistic.
That's the good bit of London.
Where's the good bit of London? I don't know.
No, South London. I swear, like South and West London are the worst. I don't know why we're talking. We're not even from London. We don't know the full London law.
Don't say London law ever again.
I'm going to carry on saying London law all I want.
Don't say London.
London.
London in it. I love me London.
Yeah, London.
But I have such a love for Bloodborne. I mean, the lore in and of itself, I think, is absolutely worth looking into because it takes very heavily from Eldritch horror and from Lovecraft and Don't Say His Cat, and that's the mystery surrounding Bloodborne is Lovecraft's cat's name. I can hear Zack googling it as we speak. Yeah, Yharnam is basically like it takes the very slow nature of Dark Souls and just throws it out the window and says, "Oh, you want to survive? Here's here's a chainsaw. Go ham, kid." And they let you cut. They take you to the Eldritch Abomination in the basement, point you at it, and say, "I want you to go kill that with this rusty cleaver. Have fun."
Imagine using a cleaver. I use the axe.
So, if I may make a comparison, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 is the slower, more thoughtful approach, such as Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. Bloodborne is the Spider-Man 3, where they don't care and they just
No, actually, Zach, Dark Souls 3 is for Spider-Man 3. It's the greatest. It is peak.
Now, Bloodborne is an entirely different switch to like a new style of combat. Whereas in Dark Souls, you had to be very careful when you dodged and when you blocked. Bloodborne has this thing called rally, where when you take damage, there is a good period of time that you can deal damage back and regenerate your health. So the whole game is just how violent can you tear apart this man's lungs? Okay, because if you drink his blood, basically you just take a crackhead off of the streets, you pump him through of every stimulant possible, you give him a rusty cleaver, and you say, "Okay, there's an Eldritch Abomination in the basement, go kill it," and then he does.
London.
London.
That's what the NHS does nowadays. Are you done babbling about Bloodborne?
Almost. Yeah, go play Bloodborne as your first Dark Souls game. I promise you, you'll definitely be. It's even got some of the best boss fights, in my opinion. God, what's his name? Natural Born. No, that's just Estelle. That's just Elden Ring.
And I wanted to say too, I literally just beat Father Gascoigne, and yeah, that fight was actually really good, but it's kind of a pain towards the end.
Oh, Ludwig from the DLC. By the way, best Dark Souls DLC. I'll hear nothing of it, but Bloodborne has the best DLC objectively. Ludwig from the DLC, one of the best fights ever. One of the hardest bosses in the game. Koss is also there. It's also just there. And then Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. Oh my god! Like literally, some of the best fights in the game are in that DLC. It's so worth it.
On, I was gonna say as well. So you know how you can find that little girl, Father Gascoigne's daughter, and you can get the music box in the breach.
Oh god,
yeah.
yeah.
So I only found out that you. So I found a girl. I got the brooch and everything. I went back to her. I gave her this brooch, and then I heard her cry, and I felt really bad. So I told one of my other friends about it, who's like a Bloodborne expert, and he told me that I should have just used that brooch and just got the blood echoes or whatever from it. Because now that girl's gone and fucking killed herself. I feel
In
like
Minecraft.
shit.
In Minecraft. She did it in Minecraft. She did it in Minecraft.
She did it in Bloodborne. She did it in Bloodborne.
Charles sent Charles working magic on that bit.
Yeah, Charles, she did it in Bloodborne.
It's so much worse as well. Yeah. Basically, in this quest, one of the bosses is this hunter, and the hunters go out and kill any monsters that come in the city. And basically, he has gone mad from killing all these monsters, right? So you find his daughter before the boss fight, and she asks you to go find her parents.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Her mum went out looking for her dad, and so she gives you the music box, and you can use the music box in the fight to stun him, like break him out of his trance for a second, so you can kill him better. And you can find the mum. You can find the mum after the boss fight, and you can take her red brooch, like a necklace thing. And here's the thing: you can break it open and get a buff to your weapons. But if you just give it to the girl, she starts crying because she realizes her mum is dead and her dad is dead because you just killed her dad, and then she kills herself. No, actually, no, she doesn't. She doesn't kill herself. She's 8.
She goes down to the pig in the sewers and she gets killed by that. I'm pretty sure, or something like that.
No. What happens is that you have to tell her about a safe place. You have to take her to a chapel, which is like a safe place. Which is actually where you end up right there. You end up like after that boss fight, you end up right next to it. So you pretty much just go straight there, and then you teleport back. You go to her, say, "Hey, there's a safe place in the chapel. and then she tries to go to the chapel and she gets them killed by a
Oh,
pig.
that's
And
nice.
then you talk to her sister in the house, tell her, "Oh, I found your sister. She's dead, mate." And then the sister goes and kills herself.
Oh,
You end an entire bloodline.
now that I know that though, I'm not even going to talk to that daughter. I'm not going to talk to that girl again. I'm just going to leave her there crying. I won't let her or her sister die. They can just sit there crying.
Yeah, he's doing the good thing, surprisingly, audience.
You're honestly better doing that because you end an entire bloodline.
It's Father Gaston's fault.
Okay. Have you concluded the babble?
I've babbled a lot about West London long enough.
Now, as we said before, Bloodborne is a very realistic depiction of just an awful place. That being England.
Of the social housing.
Speaking of a realistic representation of an awful thing, Battlefield 1. Whew, what a beautiful game. Have you seen the reloads for this game? They are astounding.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Battlefield ones, but yeah, some of the Battlefield reloads are amazing. Like the one where some random dude comes in off screen and just hands you a clip.
For one, I love it. I think, listen, I'm only going to talk about the operations. That is all anyone cares about. Look me in the eyes, tell me you care about the Battlefield campaign. Look me in the eyes and say that.
Yeah, I played Battlefield 1 for the first time the other day. I was thinking, wow, this is so cool. I just played a few games of Team Deathmatch. I tried to play another mode and I realized no one plays any mode apart from Team Deathmatch.
No, it is solely It's solely operations. And the operations are amazing. There's such an atmosphere of just, I'm going to die. This is, like, you always feel like you're going to die. Even, like, if you're camping at the back, you always feel like that blimp above you could just crash down upon you. And the destruction physics, while they're not like just cause levels of destruction, they are still just amazing. And I love the Battlefield games. I sure hope nothing bad happens to them and they don't turn to dog water. Why did I say that they're better than Just Cause? You can destroy anything in a Battlefield game pretty much. It is amazing. God, I love the Battlefield games. They're so good and the sounds.
Just Cause would be so much better if it was multiplayer. Just putting that out there.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That would be a great game. I mean,
Just Cause 4 was really fun,
was it?
but it would have been so more. I found
Maybe
it
it was
fun.
all right, but like three's better.
Like it pleased my little autistic brain because I could have a little tuk-tuk and I could put balloons on it and make it fly and woo.
Simpleton.
But yeah, it would have been more. I would have played. It would have had a lot more replayability if it was multiplayer.
Yeah, but then again, they didn't even want to make that game. I heard they were literally just told by the higher ups just to make a new Just Cause, and that's what they pumped out.
Why? Just because.
Fuck off.
Shut up.
But yeah, no, Battlefield 1 is an amazing. If you've got some friends, or even if you don't have any friends, actually, you listen to this podcast, you don't have any friends.
Yo, women.
Yeah. Shout out to all the
We're your only
women.
friends.
We are your friends. Develop have a social relationship with us.
Purely women we talk to are our fans.
But definitely give this game a shot. If you love the war, if you love shooting German 1940s people, no, because it's a World War One game.
Yeah, I'm so glad you don't take history GCSE.
No, yeah, well, I was close. Charlie, what's your opinion on 2000 and current year? I've forgotten.
Oh, the thingy
Yeah, that.
Well, my 2016 thing was
He tried so hard.
I have no transition here, but my pick is Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. I think this is one of the better conclusions to a story, like any game story or like franchise. I think it's so good, man. The graphics, the gameplay, the story, the characters. It's just, and it's the only Uncharted game with an actual memorable villain as well.
Yeah.
Like Rafe Adler. I need Jake Gyllenhaal to play him in live action because he looks just like him. I swear they must have modeled it after him.
I need Jake Gyllenhaal just to get a paycheck at the end of the day. I watched him in The Covenant the other day, which is a Guy Ritchie film. He's really good in that, and that's just like a shitty war film. He's such a good actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, isn't that the one where you can play the original Crash Bandicoot and get the Wumpa fruit?
Yeah, you can actually just play the original Crash Bandicoot on it. It's amazing.
Nice. I love those games. They're so good. Howie was not in Smash will just blows my mind. It honestly, it blows my mind how he was never in a Crash game, in a Smash game, not a Crash game. He is in all the Crash games. He should have been in Smash.
I'd let him smash me. I mean, what?
Now, Harvey, stop sending. Harvey, we're talking. It's your year's pick. Pick one.
Okay. Okay. I think I messed up earlier by mentioning this game, and Charles is going to have to edit that out. But a really good gameplay loop on this one, Titanfall 2.
Ooh.
I know some of you have played Titanfall 2, and I know a lot of you who have played it will agree that it's one of the best games that we unfortunately lost. I say unfortunately lost.
We got it back, didn't we?
Yeah, PC has the North Star project, which is like private servers that aren't getting DDoS. And the console servers have mostly stopped being DDoSed because they just don't care anymore. And they're now targeting Apex, and Apex isn't having it because it actually makes EA money.
It's amazing. COD's going through that exact thing at the moment, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I was about to say it's really unsafe to play COD at the moment because everyone on there, even the older CODs, everyone's just they're getting doxed, their IP addresses leaked.
You can't play the older CODs. You can't. That's the thing. You can't play the older CODs. The newer CODs are getting your IP leaked.
Yeah.
You just can't do anything.
Yeah. And then Activision Blizzard just don't do anything about it because for some reason they like having a broken game that no one can play.
Listen, it's not Overwatch 2. They don't care.
It's because even these hackers at the moment, they can just dox you anywhere. Like you don't even have to be in the same server. It's crazy.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's always open the game.
You're right.
Oh God, sorry about that. Yeah, no, you really have to open the game, and the whole thing shuts down, and you can get a game after like 10 minutes of just constantly having to back out, but just because the servers are
Dog water.
well, you know how you like sometimes drop a child, and like eventually the damage kind of builds up over time, and you'll notice like
A dent.
underneath all the hair there's like a dent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of happened to the Titanfall 2 servers. They're not processing very well at the moment. They can get you a game, but like you can just be hanging out in the lobby, not even searching for a game, and then the lobby will freeze and they'll take you back to the title screen.
I mostly play the campaign for these shooters, and the Titanfall 2 campaign is pretty good actually.
Oh yeah, the campaign's still very functional and still very fun. In fact, I think Titanfall 2 has one of the best campaigns.
I wouldn't
like,
say
if you
that.
like Call of Duty campaigns, play Titanfall 2.
I like that promo of Aaron Paul playing Titanfall 2 on the Xbox.
Xbox record that.
It's so good.
Yo, Mr. White, I just got triple kill, bitch.
What's amazing is that the Titanfall 2 and Dishonored came out in the same year, and both of them have a level where you go from the past to the present, and both are very, very good.
Both massively undersold.
But also, you know that the very first level where you gotta go through the training course. Have you seen some of the speedruns for that? They are
Oh, it is
insane.
actual madness. And ironically, I don't know how people. I like speedrunning, but that is just bananas.
I saw another video as well. It was like speedrunners for other games. They're always finding cheat spots and bits you can jump through to get further ahead in the game. And then Titanfall 2 speedrun. It's just one of the levels. I can't remember when, but like you're waiting for the doorway to open up. He's just bouncing back and forth, back and forth. Then when the door opens up, he just fucking speeds through the level. It's crazy.
Actually, just like ADS.
Like you just need speed.
The movement system is amazing.
Oh yeah, Titanfall 2 has an amazing movement system. Yeah, it's an amazing movement. There's a thing called the Gauntlet.
That's what we were just talking about, the first
one. Track that you.
Yeah, that was what we were talking about for practice, like training room.
Yeah, people have found a way to use grenades to propel themselves across the finish line in like less than 10 seconds, and it's like a good 200-meter track.
It's genius, actually genius.
That's 20 meters a second, and you have to shoot targets whilst doing that.
Now,
it's insane.
Titanfall 2 is a game in which you pilot a mech, you pilot a piece of machinery, okay, in order to become the very best. You know, you want to be the very best, the best there ever was. Mario Kart 8.
I thought you had kind of culture and you were going to go for a Pokemon game. I am so disappointed in you.
You're disappointed with my pick of Mario Kart 8?
I'm disappointed by the fact that you teased me with Pokemon and then you kicked me in the balls.
You spat in my face. Listen, Mario Kart 8 is amazing.
It is. I can concur.
Like, I love Wii, but hot dickety dog. This is magnificent, you know? It is just, it's such a good game. Like, it removes some of the bullheck that especially Mario Kart Wii has with the item selection, because you can just get like blue shelled and then red shelled and then just
Yeah.
bananaed and it all goes to hell. But that kind of removes it. It has some pretty good original tracks, you know, especially with the new pass. They've started adding new characters, and it is just amazing. That was a Wii U launch title, by the way, and it is still receiving updates. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was the first game I got with my Wii U, and it was amazing.
I would honestly say Mario Kart 8 is probably the definitive Mario Kart experience. Because it, like, don't get me wrong, I love Wii. I still love Wii. Okay. But given the choice between 8 and Wii, I'd play 8 any day of the week.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as good, especially to use the motion controls in that game. I think the Wii perfected it, especially on Switch. It's just the controller's a bit too small for me. You know, like I'm big, but you know that one.
Big fat boy.
Shut up. It works. You know, it works. And Mario Kart 8, what a game! If you don't like Mario Kart 8, you're lying. I mean, it even has Coconut Mall now, and Yoshi's and Mushroom Gorge as well. It's such a good game. Honestly, such a good game. I love it, truly do. Unless you two have anything to add, Charlie, it is your pick.
All right. Yeah, I got no transition, man. But my pick, Horizon Zero Dawn. This is such an I don't want to say too much without spoiling it because there are major spoilers for this game, like proper. And it's a pretty underrated game. I haven't heard many people talk about it, so I really don't want to spoil too much. I think people should go and play it for themselves.
We've literally spoiled everything.
No, but like if we were spoiling games like Call of Duty, you know, everyone's played that. But people haven't played Horizon as much as people have played Call of Duty. But there are major spoilers for this, and like it's crazy. Like there's not even much point playing the game if you know these spoilers. To be honest, because that's like the whole awesome bit of it, these plot twists and everything in the game. But the
You
graphics.
use a bow.
Shut up. The graphics are amazing. They are some of the most. It's one of the most beautiful games I've played, if I'm being honest. And yeah, it's just I don't know. It's great. I put it. When I first played it, I put it down like 3 times. I think within like the first couple of hours. Then I picked it back up again, and I finished the whole thing in like a month and platinumed it, and it was so fun. Honestly.
I haven't played it once again. It's a PlayStation game. And
yeah, you suck, El Bozo.
Harvey, what's your pick?
I was looking at your spear. Sorry. Okay. Another very similar one to Horizon Zero Dawn. Big open world nature game. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Of course it is.
Breath of the Wild was my jam. It was my bread and butter. It was every other food comparison. I love Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
It's like Marmite with.
You what? I did not hear a word of that.
I said it's like Marmite with rice.
Ew. I like Marmite, but what the hell?
Do you enjoy Marmite with rice? Yes. Then it's this.
No.
Oh, then it is not this.
You just said it's like every food combination. I just thought I'm gonna think of the most shitty food combination ever.
Every good food combination.
Marmite. Just Marmite and Marmite. I haven't played a single Zelda game, but I would like to thank this game for putting Link in a dress. Best decision that Nintendo has made in years. Link the Twink.
Isn't there like actually just a naked skin for Link in the new one?
I wish.
Like he's just shirtless.
Oh yeah, he can be shirtless in the other game, Charlie.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's not naked. That's not balls out. You know, that's not really naked.
He can have a shorter skirt in the new one because it's like a tunic. It's like an old Mesoamerican inspired tunic.
Oh boy, I like this game.
I don't know why, but it just came to mind as well. You know the Resident Evil 4 remake? I thought for ages that it was a mod to have cat ears on Leon. It is an actual feature in the game, apparently.
It is fully, yeah.
You can They just implemented an actual feature in the game to give Leon cat.
They know their target audience.
See. The thing is that you can try and do the same thing for what's her name that you escort through the entire mission?
Ashley.
Mousley.
Ashley, yeah, Ashley. You can try and do the same thing for her, but like there's a mode where you can turn on. She has a suit of armor and she's completely impenetrable.
I don't know about that.
What I love is the big fat inflation Ashley mod.
Okay, moving on.
No, I didn't even get to talk about Breath of the Wild.
Average parasitical viewer.
We're moving on.
Yeah, please play Breath of the Wild. Like, I remember back in 2018, 2019, I had it on my Switch,
Sex offender.
and literally, I spent days searching for the final shrine to try and 100% the game, and I was like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my god, I'm just gonna go back to the Gerudo town to buy some stuff. I looked 3 feet to my left, there it was, and there was a side quest to go racing. I am so glad that was my last shrine. But oh my god, I felt so stupid for the fact that I was like, where is this last shrine? I need to go buy something. I looked 3 feet to my left and it's there.
Genius. Now, you said that this game was called Breath of the Wild. This game wanted me to take a breath in the wild.
Shut up. Just tell me what it is.
It's Far Cry 5. This bloody game, man. As someone who's never been to that side of America, thank God, it really did take me home to the place that I belong. Like, I cannot stress how pretty this game is. Like, Charlie, you've played this game, right? Back me up here.
No, I played Far Cry 6.
You never played Far Cry 5? Shut up.
It's not funny. It's not funny. Breaking Bad, man.
You're useless. This game, don't get me wrong, zero story. No one cares. No, if you go to a fucking Far Cry game for a story, you don't. Stop lying. You go to see the funny villains.
Yeah, you go to Far Cry 6 for the funny Breaking Bad, man.
Okay.
Funny chicken,
and
man.
You go to Far Cry 3 for the funny Better Call Saul guy.
Better Call Saul guy?
Insanity,
Oh, but Far Cry 3.
Yeah, he was in Better Call Saul. He played that. Yeah, he played that.
I thought you were saying Far Cry 5. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, Far Cry 5, it's such a pretty game. It's such a well put together game. I have started New Game Pluses on this game. Concerning amount. I should be on a list for how many times I've started New Games Pluses on this. It's so well put together. I know Ubisoft are what's the word, bad at everything. But
Ubisoft games are so hit or miss.
Yeah, but this is they either hit hard or they just fumble.
Yeah.
This is the hardest hitting Far Cry game.
They will either be like a 10 out of 10 or a 0 out of 10.
And honestly,
there's no in between for Ubisoft.
This is a 10. This is a solid 10. I think it's just, and the music as well. The music, I wish more games had the MP3. I wish games had MP3 players in general, just so you could listen to music as you went.
I wish more games had a soundtrack as good as Ojon.
Yeah, this especially, because I'd say yes. I'd be indoctrinated into their cult of it.
If they just played that song for me, I'm in straight away.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Yeah.
Keep your rifles by your side as well. It's such a good song. And they did fumble the ending very much with no matter what end you pick, you can't kill him and you have to kill him behind a DLC. They really did just screw that. And I don't like how I don't play the DLC, but I know it introduced the health bars, which screwed with 6, and I don't like that in 6. I don't like the health bars.
Release me!
So true. Please go play Far Cry 5. It's the best Far Cry game. And people who say Far Cry 3 is the best Far Cry game.
It is. It is the best Far Cry game.
Is it? It's got the best story. Sure, Left Funny Pyrocynical video. But
Far Cry 3.
All right. That might be the best Far Cry game. This is the funnest Far Cry game.
Actually, it's the most fun, not the funnest.
Okay, how about you? I'm not going to say anything. Just say a shitty game title.
Well, coincidentally, in my pick, this is at a good time because we got the sequel releasing this year, and we got Across the Spider-Verse, which released today as of recording. But my pick.
Oh, did it? Wow.
Well, I'm probably gonna see it in a few days. Lucky me. But yeah. So my pick is Marvel's Spider-Man. This is probably the best superhero game out there, in my opinion. Better than the whole Arkham series. It is really good. The story, the gameplay mechanics, the characters, everything. It's just so good. And the suits as well. You were saying about New Game Plus in Far Cry 5. I need to New Game Plus this now that I've platinumed it because I can get the like naked Spider-Man skin where he's just in his boxes.
Okay, and ironically, who cares about that? You can get the Tobey Maguire skin. That is the best unlockable in any video game ever.
Yeah. I think on my last playthrough, I literally did use that for the whole playthrough. It was either that or the Amazing Spider-Man one I used.
I've only seen videos on that game because, like I said, Xbox now, but it does look amazing. It does look really, really good, and someone who doesn't even own a PlayStation.
It is. It's so fun. It's just one of the most fun things to do is just swing around New York in it for ages, especially if you listen to music.
Yeah, that is the one downside. It is set in New York, which is kind of bad, but apart from that,
At least it's not in France.
it could be worse. But honestly, it is such a pretty game. I've seen even me, someone who doesn't even own a PlayStation, I'm looking forward to the new one. I'm excited to see what they do. And they've got the Candyman voice in Venom. That's such an amazing casting.
I can't wait to play the new one and play as Miles and swing around with the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
You just wanted to say that.
That is a great reference.
I really wanted to say that.
That's an amazing reference.
It's so good. It was.
That's all. I thought you were going to say something really intellectual about how I can the characters. No, exaggerated swagger of black tea. Oh, that's great. I'm so happy we got that in here. IGN, please hire us.
I was gonna say, I really cried at the end of the game. Well, not properly cried, but I did like tear up at the end of the game. If you played it, you'll know the scene. It's a sad scene though. It's heartbreaking for the game to end like that. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Let's lighten the mood. Harvey, what have you picked?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure what I was smoking when I chose this. Probably I was smoking a limited pool of games to pick from.
Oh yeah. Yes, you were. No matter what the year is, yes, you were. Especially 2019.
So, you know the funny horror game we were talking about earlier?
Oh, you went with the full upgraded horror.
I went with Ultimate Custom Night.
Damn. How unfortunate. How unfortunate.
This man just likes being tortured. He likes just torturing himself.
I do play Bloodborne, so I mean, kind of.
So I am into cock and ball torture, yes.
Yeah, you've got Bloodborne and Dark, so yeah, you like torturing yourself.
I mean, it's Ultimate Custom Night. It's just more FNAF. If you like the FNAF gameplay loop, then it's exactly what you're after, isn't it?
Especially from the deviation that's this location and half of 6 was.
Yeah, especially when like FNAF World came out and they tried to act like that was actually a FNAF game.
I mean, it's all just a spin-off. So you can't even say it's a game. Yeah, it's just a spin-off. And they didn't he?
God, I love downloading FNAF World.
Is that even worked into the lore? FNAF World, is FNAF World part of the lore?
It reveals some things about the lore.
Yeah, doesn't Henry shoot himself though at the end?
No, I don't know about that.
I think he does. Remember the guy on the table, and everyone thought that was Scott, and he was gonna like hang himself.
What the fuck? I don't know.
Cringe. You don't know the whole full FNAF lore. You lied to me.
Bro, I'm an Ultimate Custom Night player, not a FNAF role player.
Cringe. Too mainstream for me. But yeah, Ultimate Custom Night, it's a pretty good shout. I mean, was that the bite of 80?
Was that the bite?
So throughout that whole review, we talked about unrelated game that had interesting graphics and was quite quirky, mostly comedic. 2019, Untitled Goose Game.
I love being silly little goose.
Listen, the barrel was running dry for 2019. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, audience.
It really was not. You just have not played any games from that year. Just admit it. Just admit it.
I'm fine, but Untitled Goose Game is a pretty funny game. Like,
there's a goose, guys.
There's a goose. I like the funny goose. I do like the funny. The funny goose is funny. The funny goose is funny.
I want them to make an titled Munchie game. I think that would be very fun.
I'm not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything.
Do not mean. I did not mean it in any insulting way. I think how silly a goose is. Think how even sillier a Munchie could be.
Okay.
It would be hilarious. I just want to go around just like chimpanzee on, and then stealing people's shit and knocking them over and stuff.
Ripping their faces off.
Yeah, and grabbing an AK and firing it around to everyone, like that funny video.
I'm waiting for the name Marvin to just slip someone's lips.
Yeah, I think that's what Zack's trying to prevent himself from doing.
Honestly, Untitled Goose Game, it's just a pretty funny game. I don't like it's not something you'd play multiple times, I think.
Oh no, I've played it multiple times and I find it infinitely fun.
Oh, chef, simpleton.
I was gonna say, really, it's just like a puzzle, and that's the thing. I don't play puzzle games more than once.
Unless you're trying to speedrun it, I don't see the replayability in it, to be honest.
Yeah, you know the puzzle game. Like the whole game is just a build up to a punchline of he already has multiple bells. What does he need this other bell for?
He's just a mischievous little
Just
boy.
a mischievous little goose.
Also, I like the idea that is he going to nearby towns and taking these bells from all these towns, or does he just keep on stealing it from this one town?
I love the idea they keep stealing it from this one town and he watches as they rebuild the tower and he sits there on a cliff where they can't reach him and he doesn't move. He just sits there and he just watches. I see no god up here other than me.
Who made this actually? Because whoever made this game, they were just cooking, by the way. Because I'm surprised they haven't made like a sequel or anything, because this is just amazing. Yeah, they haven't made a game since, which is such a shame.
Wait, was this the only game those devs made?
No, they also made Push Me Pull You, but I didn't want to say that out loud.
Alright.
But yeah, no, Untitled Goose Game, it's a pretty fun game.
I remember playing it when I was younger.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm 16. That would make me 13, dumbass.
4 years ago. Holy shit, we're so old. When are we going to retire?
I was gonna say, Untitled Goose Game has a silly guy who goes around fucking everyone's shit up during the game, just like Resident Evil 2 with Mr. X. This is one of my favorite horror games of all time.
Isn't it like 5 minutes long though?
Are you stupid? No, it's not.
No, that's free. That's free. Sorry, I got.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3. We do not talk about Resident Evil 3. That is down there. Well, the remake, I mean, that is down there. Resident Evil 3, the original, that's amazing. Like S tier horror games. But yeah, Resident Evil 2, it was like what?
I'm sorry, I got kerfuffled.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it revolutionized the horror genre, even the original and the remake, I think. But yeah, both of them are amazing.
Did the remake really revolutionize it, or did it bring it back to life? I don't think it revolutionized.
Yeah, kind of not revolutionized. That wasn't the right word. It redeemed the Resident Evil series as well, along with Resident Evil 7. But this was what really brought the Resident Evil series back to life, I think, because it was such a faithful adaptation.
What are you smoking?
What are you on about?
It was 7. 7 brought it back to life. You madman.
7 brought it back to life, but I feel like this brought back a lot of the original players, surely. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just stretching it. I'm just babbling.
You are babbling.
It's late.
What is bro babbling on about?
But I still love this game, even though it has some huge timeline inconsistencies with the B scenarios, because that was clearly just rushed. Because I think they unveiled it, and then people were annoyed that they didn't have a B scenario, so they just kind of rushed that in like a couple months, and there were like so many timeline inconsistencies.
But luckily they learned. Luckily they learned from this mistake in the follow-up game.
Shush. Resident Evil 3 was a massive. Resident Evil 3 remake was a massive.
Sarcasm.
Shut up. The Resident Evil 3 remake was such a massive cash grab, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, it was like half the size of the Resi 2, and it was just like nothing.
Yeah, they took away so much from Resident Evil 3. Nemesis was nothing. Jill was nothing, but at least they came back with the Resident Evil 4 remake, because that is fire.
Screw it being half the size of the Resident Evil 2 remake. It was half the size of the original Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, it was like a tenth the size, pretty much.
Like, you do like 5 things in that game, I think.
Yeah, and what I really hate about the Resident Evil 3 remake, there's no build up to Nemesis at all. Like in the first one, you're going around for a bit, you meet Barry, he tells you about like this freaky thing that's been stomping around, you see signs of Nemesis, you're like, what the fuck is this thing that's chasing me? And like Nemesis was a huge part of it.
Okay, someone show a YouTube analysis.
Shut up. in the Resident Evil 3 remake, Nemesis just comes stomping in like the first 5 minutes, and you have so many of these pointless running sections where you're playing as Jill, just running from him. You do nothing, and you just run some more, and yeah, it's just I fucking hate it.
Someone show a YouTube video. Honestly, I think they did it to throw off returning players because they're expecting Nemesis to be this guy who stalks you. But if he just like boom comes out of nowhere quick,
They didn't do it to throw off returning players. They did it because the game was a massive cash grab.
you got to give them like a tiny bit of credit.
No,
You
I'm not giving them
think-
any credit for Resident Evil 3. No,
We're
shut
thinking
up.
we're talking about the wrong
It's
game. We're talking
fucking-
about the wrong game.
It is awful.
Harvey, say your.
I know. I'm
Harvey,
getting off track.
Say your line.
Boys, we're both pretty now. Calm down, and let's talk about Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, let's not.
Let's talk about it, Zack. It is a beautiful game.
I have never played this game. I only know that as the Joker. That's Jerome from Gotham to me.
Okay, right. First of all, no. Second of all,
What do you mean no? He does an amazing bit in that
I know, but
show.
it's not just that.
Yes, he is. To me.
Yeah, he was also in Jedi Survivor.
Now, in Jedi Fallen Order, it's probably the first like Souls-like.
Hey!
I sent him an image of something I was looking for earlier for context of those who's wondering why he just suddenly experienced joy for the first time. What I was gonna say is that basically Jedi Fallen Order is like a Souls-like Star Wars, which I don't think anyone was ever expecting, but it absolutely works extremely well. And obviously with Jedi Survivor, it's going to be objectively better once they fix performance issues on most consoles and PC.
Apart from those issues, I've heard it's so great.
Yeah, but like I think Jedi Fallen Order, if it was because I remember it being incredibly short. Like I got 30 hours in, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to see how they build off of the Darth Vader fight. That's gonna be so fun. And then they stare at this weird Rubik's cube that they got out of that room, and then the game ends.
It's called a holocron, the Moss.
You can suck my holodeck.
That emoji.
Yes, please.
Child friendly.
Suck my hollow balls. Okay.
Better.
Okay. And the point is that like the game felt like it could have had 5 hours in it, and we still would have had a very good game. I mean, we still have a very great game. I think the customization, especially the colors, is pretty good. If not, why does it take 70% of the game to make my lightsaber purple? It's not going to kill anyone to let me do that in the first hour and a half of the game.
I just want to be Qui-Gon Jinn.
No, Qui-Gon Jinn had a green lightsaber.
No, that's the wrong guy. What's he? Mace Windu.
Thank you. Oh my lord, I would have. Lord knows what I would have done to you.
Also,
yeah,
I just want to say,
It's been a long day.
do you know the reason that Mace Windu got a purple lightsaber was literally just because Samuel L. Jackson.
He wanted one.
Like George Lucas was telling him that Sith have red lightsabers, Jedi have green or blue, and Samuel L. Jackson was like, "What if I want a purple one?" And George Lucas was like, "Oh yeah, you can have that."
I think he told the interviewer the reason he wanted a purple lightsaber so bad is so he could spot himself better in the big scenes of fighting, like especially in the Colosseum.
I actually believe that. I fully believe that.
It's not a Colosseum; it's a Geonosian battle arena.
Nerd emoji.
Okay, Charlie, can I ask you one thing? Who fucking asked? Who fucking asked?
And also, the Jedi sent literal kids in there.
Yeah, of course they did. The Jedi are assholes.
Terrible people. Like, oh yeah, we keep peace and order. An orphan.
Okay, please don't go an orphan ever again. Thanks.
They're being absorbed into the system. In fact, there are lots of ideas of like Padawans who don't like the Jedi Order after Order 66 if they survive. Because like, think about it. Oh, bye, mum. I'm gonna go train to be a Jedi, and then you get stabbed by Anakin Skywalker and just left to die.
I'd let Anakin stab me.
Yes, please. You're telling this to the wrong people.
You turned her against me. You did that to yourself, bitch.
Right. Are we finished with the Star Wars talk?
It's Star Wars, not Star War, actually.
I think the one thing the game could have actually benefited from was a bit more playtime and maybe some more bosses. Because like I can count the amount of bosses I remember from that was on like one hand.
Yeah, I feel. I think like the open world just felt a bit like limited. To be honest.
Yeah, it was an open world, which is just you get to choose which order you take on the big dungeons, and the big dungeons happen to be each planet. Like it's quote unquote open world, when in reality it's just open level select.
I'm very. Can I talk about my next one? I'm very excited for
I can
this.
tell you're very excited because I can hear your smile through your voice.
In 2077, what makes you a criminal?
Getting cock.
Yeah, that's right, people. Cybercock. Sorry, cyberpunk. Sorry.
I have to send you guys a meme real quick.
Honestly, cyberpunk. It is just an amazing game. Am I saying that because I spent 20 hours of the game staring at Panam?
Yes.
Yes.
It's such a good game.
Oh come on, that was the objectively best choice.
Like, it's so weird though how there's only one option per like gender and per sexuality as well. That was a bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, like ignoring the fact that what's her name, Lucy, is it?
Judy.
Judy. Like, ignoring the fact that Judy's a lesbian, right? Because you can just change your character model to be a woman and then you can romance them.
Shit, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
But honestly, I love Cyberpunk. It's a bit, once again, it has flaws. Like you only one romance option per character, per sexuality,
Gender
per-
sexuality combo, yeah. Like straight guys only get Pan Am, lesbians
I-
only get Judy. Actually, no, I think you can do Pan Am as well.
Can you? No, I don't think you can. It's just a bit weird how there's like some things were a bit undercooked in the game, I feel. Like only 2 prostitute locations, that's a bit.
Hey.
Whoa. I just think there could have been more content there. And yes, I did try both of them. It did nothing for
Well, you're out here in the brothels. Meanwhile, I'm out here reading the cyberpunk lore. Did you know that nobody can use the internet anymore because the internet I kid you not, it got cyber nuked. So when everyone calls each other, they're on landlines.
That's actually genius. I didn't even beat this game because I forgot to do the last mission. I'm gonna be completely honest because I did fall in love with the world. I did all of the contracts, all of the collectibles. It's such a cool world.
Yeah, I love the way that like it still carries over modern like American culture, like the hillbillies in the desert.
Yeah, I like cities will rise and fall, but hillbillies will be forever.
Yeah, like it's still like that culture still exists, and just because like the advancement of technology has gotten faster doesn't mean the advancement of culture has gotten faster. Like I think there's still instances of I might be wrong here, but I think they might have added a few quest lines that deal with like homophobia and racism and stuff. Could be wrong though.
Also, they're meant to be getting a DLC, aren't they?
Oh God, please! I need a reason to play Cyberpunk.
With Idris Elba in it.
What might someone get in a fucking criminal might eat fucking a bottle of water?
Yeah, but honestly, some things were really cool about it. I cannot say this guy's name. The fucking Neo guy. I always butcher it. What's his name?
Keanu Reeves.
Thank you. He's so cool in that game. He actually just plays himself. It's genius.
That is an impressive cock.
It's actually genius. He just plays himself. Very disappointed you couldn't.
Actually, he's really wholesome in real life. He just isn't entirely a character. He's actually really wholesome in real life.
No, but if he were an eco-terrorist, that's how I imagine he would be. But yeah, no, I thought it's a really good game. It's got its problems, like I said, with only the one sexuality, one romance option thing. But then again, I'm not complaining. Pan Am, if you're real, find me. I beg of you.
We as straight men are just lucky we got the best option.
Oh yeah, oh no, yeah, definitely. I've seen the other options. They are not.
What is it? Fucking, I'm not hooking up with Johnny's old bandmate.
Yeah, oh yeah, you could do that. That was so weird. Because how old is he? Is he like 60?
Yeah, no, because he's 70 because he was born in 2000. He was in his 20s in the 2020s, and then it's 2077. So he's probably in his like late
77.
He's probably in his early 70s, late 60s maybe at most.
That's so weird, man. Also, I glitched the game and I forgot to get the straight woman's romance option. So I fucking got that character killed off screen.
You got Pan Am got killed off screen.
No, the straight woman one, not the straight man one. The cop. Did
Oh,
you do his missions?
Zach, I really hate to bug you on this. Judy is the only character that's like limited by sexuality because I did his quest. I had the option to kiss him.
No.
A lot of bi people are the new future.
Well, can't beat him. You got to join him.
Twink, get over here.
But no, really? Oh.
Yeah, I had the option to kiss him. I mean,
Did you take it?
I,
Answer the question.
no, fuck off.
That's a yes.
I did not kiss him.
Yes, you did.
I'm a man of my word. I stick to Pan Am.
Excuse me. What's wrong with a little mwah every now and then?
In the homies.
We will be having serious words about this after this recording.
Did not kiss River. I did not kiss River.
I did not kiss her. It is not true.
I did not kiss him. It's not true. It's not bullshit.
But yeah, I'm very looking forward to the DLC. I think it's a very fun game, and I can't wait to get back. I like how they did customization as well, where you could make your character appear differently and still give him the armor upgrades from different items of
Oh
clothing.
my god! Yes, the closet system was like, it's such a tiny thing, but oh my god!
Because that annoys me. And that's the one bad thing about Fallout is like how I like this item of clothing. It is useless. I will die if I wear it, but I drip.
Well, you finally come to what are you wearing? It's my ass kicking outfit, bitch.
But yeah, honestly, cannot wait for that one, the new one of that. But not the new one, sorry, the DLC for that, which you'll be buying, right? You're like my sugar daddy. Please buy it.
Charlie, what's the next one?
Sorry, we rambled.
Oh yeah. So my game, my game was another fairly controversial game that's set in the future. The Last of Us Part 2.
I said it would be on it.
No,
I said it. He lied to us.
I said earlier, I was really struggling to decide between this or Ghost of Tsushima, but I've chosen to go with this.
I'm actually glad you went with this because there's a lot to unpack there.
There are goods, there are bads. The good outweighs the bad.
Charles,
but The Last of Us 2, it's such a
Charles, we're gonna have to keep that foreshadowing in of him not being sure what to do now. Also, Charles, can you keep in every time we talk to you, Charles? Thank you.
Also, Charles, can you put up a monkey dancing right now?
Oh yeah, can you get the gif of the 3 monkeys in a circle, please? Thanks.
Yes, thanks, Charles.
Charles, I'm so sorry. Charles, I'm so sorry. Please don't do any of this.
Charles is going to kill you all for this 3 hours of footage that he has to edit. Right, yeah, but as I was saying, The Last of Us Part 2 is such a like complex story. Well, I guess like complex in a way that it takes a lot of time for some people to get used to it, but I like it. I need to replay Last of Us Part 2. I've had it like sitting there ready to replay for ages, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet because I've been playing other games. But I really need to, man.
I think we need to talk about the story, quite frankly, because I feel like we've been dodging that.
Yeah, okay. See, all my golf players out there, they'll get that joke.
I love. I don't care.
Really?
I know everybody has problems. I love the story. It's great.
What do you love about it?
I don't know how to explain it really. I'd have to get up a YouTube video essay to explain it for me.
Of course. Of course. See, I don't have opinions.
No, but like seriously, I do really like the story. And I liked the way how after all the shit you've been through, with Ellie in Seattle, like over the course of those first 3 days, like all that shit, killing all of Abby's friends, all that shit. And then it suddenly, after Abby attacks you at the cinema, it suddenly thrusts you back, and now you're playing as Abby, and you get to see this whole different side of the story, and it kind of shows you that like there's really 2 sides to it. Like Abby's really not that much of a villain, is she?
Okay, count.
And I always say this, but if we played the first game from as Abby, or like as Abby's dad, or on their side, whatever, and then we see Joel kill Abby's dad, we'd hate Ellie, we'd hate Joel, but it's the other way around, so we hate Abby.
Counter argument: would it not have been better to start off as Abby?
No,
I was gonna say.
I don't.
I was gonna say, well, how do you feel about that?
If you started off as Abby, people would have played the fucking game in the first place anyway.
Yes, they would have.
Do you really think people would have actually played the game if you'd started off as Abby? I don't think so. If you start off playing as Abby, the girl who had just killed Joel, everyone's beloved character, and you start off playing as her, really, you think people are going to want to play?
No. All right, small rewrite here. Okay, you start off learning about everybody. Learn about how great everybody is. Okay, then about how great Abby's things is, all her history and stuff. And then halfway through the game, Joel smacks. Then you swap to Ellie.
Nah. No, because I don't think it would have the same impact though. Which is like,
Oh, trust me, there'll be great impact.
no.
Like there'll be a few swings on there.
Shut up. But even if you've been playing as Abby and getting to know her for ages, and then you just suddenly switch to Ellie, and then it just doesn't matter. You just go and kill Abby and all her friends anyway. Like, what is the point?
Well, no, because then you'll be connected because you'll have spent the time with them.
No, but you're more connected and you feel more guilty as well. The way it's structured as it is, because like you've just killed all her friends in these brutal ways, and then now you're playing as Abby. You get to see her side of everything. You get to see that they are just real people too. They're not monsters as Ellie sees them.
I think it would be better if you felt the guilt now instead of later when you realize, oh no, what have I done? Instead of, oh no, what am I doing? I think doing is better than do.
Okay, but I think we all felt the real guilt when the boat scene came on, and if our parents were watching.
I love watching people's reactions to the boat scene because you can like half of them. It's like a 50-50 split. It's half of them going, "Ellie, don't do this," and then the other half is saying, "Ellie, drown her."
I was. We're talking about different boat scenes here, Harvey. We are talking about very different boat scenes.
Oh, wait. Are we talking about this? Are we talking about the boat scene at the very end?
Okay, I have a question. I haven't played the game, so I don't know what either boat scene is.
No, I'm talking about the boat scene with Abby and Owen.
Oh no.
Huh?
Yeah, so
Huh?
Abby basically rapes Owen. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so that's the character we're meant to feel sorry for killing.
Yeah, but it's complicated. Okay, you don't play the game. I don't even
No, you
remember
don't
much of the context.
You don't
behind
understand the rape. It was justified.
Shut up.
You understand?
Shut
The
up.
photos of child porn. It was a goof. It was a joke. It was a funny joke. Why aren't you laughing?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't played the game personally, so maybe it's different. But I feel like if you swapped it around a bit, maybe it would be slightly better.
I don't think so. I don't think it would have had the same impact, to be honest. I really don't.
Once again, the impact isn't changing. That's not what we're focusing on. We're focusing on the characters. We're not focusing on the impact. The impact can be the same. We can keep the cutscene the way you want. But no, I do think we could if you swap some elements around, I feel like it would be a better story.
I don't think so.
What about you, Harvey? You've been the mediator. You haven't voiced your opinion.
On how I feel about Last of Us 2 story.
Correct. You've been the mediator.
I would say that I like the concept of trying to give perspective to people in this broken world, and that humanity being split up into groups only causes further pain, but that isn't really a moral in the sense that, oh, we should all sing Kumbaya. I like the idea that people's fractured beliefs and views are going to cause them to have conflict. And at the end of the day, once you sympathize with either side, you're either going to choose your side or you're going to end up losing in both scenarios. But I feel like it couldn't have worked in this way because if you put Abby, no matter where you put Abby, people aren't going to like the way the story gets uplifted, right? Because if you put Abby before, if you start playing as Abby before you kill Joel, and then you flash back to when Joel's alive, the death of Joel loses its impact, and it makes no cognitive or narrative sense because end up like it just makes absolutely no sense because Joel then dies and you go out and killing all these people that you've just bonded with because they killed Joel. So you've completely lost all your sympathy for them, haven't you?
Yeah, that was exactly what I was saying.
And then, but I don't think it works afterwards either. Especially don't think it works in the theater because you've been playing as Ellie for so long, so you're building up that sympathy for Ellie and that carry. Remember that has to carry over into the flashbacks. You really need to work on making Abby's friends sympathetic. So when you're with Ellie, you kill all these people because at the end of the day they're enemies, right? Like I don't care if the woman's pregnant. I'm gonna be honest with you. Absolutely a misclick, and I feel bad. It was not my decision. I didn't cause. Ellie shot her, not me. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for Abby. Abby beat my dad to death.
Abby is actually just a fucking robot when playing games.
No, honestly, the way he's describing it, I don't care either. I haven't even played the game.
Like, It's like I have a feeling they just made her pregnant.
Like the way he describes it, though, he's saying like, "Oh no, it's the character doing it, so I don't feel a thing." He is actually just a
In
robot.
fairness, that's how I play my video games.
No, but like that's the thing. They made her pregnant.
Yeah, but Zack, you play Hitman. You just kill people for a living.
That's foreshadowing. That's foreshadowing.
I swear to God, they only made her pregnant to make her more sympathetic because they realized that nobody remembered who these characters were. Abby has too many friends to actually care about any of them. That's the main problem. Like, not the main problem, but it's one of the main problems. Just too many friends to give a shit about any of them. And so the only one we actually end up caring about is Abby, and we just watch torture porn of her for the second half of the game, and it drives me mad. It could have worked.
I have an idea.
What's that?
What if at the beginning of the game, okay, you get a choice, okay? You play as Abby, okay, for the first bit. She whacks Joel, and then you get a choice of who you play as. You either continue playing as Abby, or you go as Ellie and kill all her friends. You do as Abby and I don't know, react, like Soy Jack to all her friends dying around her. And you get a choice. Do you stick with the legacy characters, or do you stick with the newer guys who you have more of a...
Who the fuck is going to choose the newer guys? But here's a better choice for you two, right? You have a choice, right? Before you even buy the game, you have a choice to not buy the game and just not have any involvement with it. And you can just piss off altogether. That's the better choice you can make.
I don't know why you're putting me in this group. I kind of like The Last of Us 2.
You're the one who just shat on it, okay?
I said I liked the ideas, but I just think that the execution was poor.
You're allowed to be critical of things you like, Charlie.
No, you can't be critical.
I am critical. Hi guys, this is the most big booty chungus thing I've ever seen. See? I'm being critical.
No, you're not.
I'm being critical.
You're pyro and inflated.
Okay, that hurt my feelings. Harvey, move on.
Oh guys, we did it. Okay, right. Let me lighten the mood. Just gonna say on record, Charlie. I did like The Last of Us Part 2, and I like the message it was trying to tell. But sometimes the decisions make me really angry. Okay, and it gets me really angry. So
sometimes your opinions make me really angry. Okay, and this is one of them.
And yeah, okay, fair enough. That's entirely your opinion, right? Okay, and you know what? I respect that, and I think you need to vent some of that anger. You need to rip, and you need to tear. You need to rip and tear until it's done. In Doom Eternal.
Yes. Doom Eternal fan.
See, there we go. We all agree. We all agree that Doom Eternal absolutely fucking slaps. In fact, did you know that it was released on the same day as Animal Crossing New Horizons?
Yeah. I love the crossover stuff.
So just imagine these fucking built in gets up, puts on a black heavy metal band shirt, okay, does 2 lines of Adderall before they even leave the house, breaks into a game, and then gets behind the person buying Doom just to buy Animal Crossing.
I believe it. And they're like just a short white woman in like a dress buying the Doom Eternal.
Oh no, it's a 30-year-old with a full-on beard and jacked muscles. He's just like, 1 copy of Animal Crossing, please.
No, that's the guy that's the guy buying Animal Crossing. The guy buying Doom Eternal is like just this woman. It's like incredibly short in a dress.
I have to say as well, listen to this isn't Doom Eternal, but Doom 2016, the soundtrack, the very first track, number 1, Dogma, and it's like that first intro. Just it's that first intro bit where it's like those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doomslayer, and then it goes straight into Hair from the Doom 2016 soundtrack. It goes so hard. It's one of the best transitions ever.
And then the next song, Sugma.
Shut up. But talking about the soundtrack as well, I hate the controversy surrounding Doom Eternal right now, with the soundtrack and everything.
Oh yeah,
Bethesda's
Mick Gordon just not getting paid.
I love Mick Gordon. I hate Bethesda so much.
Yeah.
Listen, I think we can all confirm from this list, we do not like Bethesda. We just like their games.
Yeah, Bethesda's games are decent.
We like the people who actually work on the games, but the people who just pretend to work on the games and instead just take all the money because capitalism's funny.
I love Todd Howard.
Todd Howard, I want your head on my doorstep.
Yes, but for different reasons.
I want his head on a pike on my satellite so everybody knows I killed Todd Howard.
You'll be celebrated.
I killed Scrappy-Doo.
In Minecraft, by the way, YouTube. Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, but do you guys prefer 2016 or do you guys prefer Eternal? Because I prefer Eternal just based on its movements.
2016, 100%.
Really?
I'm an Eternals enjoyer. I tried 2016 first, and it was a bit too slow for me. So I like Eternal more.
2016 was. One thing I don't like about Eternal is the fact that the melee attacks do no damage, so you can't just spam melee attacks and then glory kills as you could in Doom 2016, which was one thing I loved.
Oh my god, Charlie when he fixes a game exploit.
That's actually a decent point. That's actually a very decent point.
It's not really, and also you're saying Doom Eternal slow, like
I'm not.
no, Doom Eternal's faster. No, you're saying Doom 2016 slow.
Yeah, I am.
That one thing makes the game so much faster, doesn't it? It makes the gameplay so much faster. And Doom 2016 has the better score. You cannot change my mind on that.
I'm actually in full agreement with Charlie here.
Okay, you know me. I listen to like 10-hour YouTube videos on like Nikocado Avocado while I play video games.
Doom 2016 actually has like the best sound design. Well, no, maybe I don't know, one of the best sound designs at least in the game. I was thinking as well. I was playing Outer Wilds earlier, and that has some of the best sound design in games as well, in my opinion.
You raised some great points, especially about the melee. I'm in full agreement of that. I think that punching something in a game could absolutely have impact, especially in a game like Doom. I think 2016 did melee super well because I love melee in games. I think if I'm ever given the chance to go full melee on a build, I will because it's just stupid fun. Okay, and I think that Doom Eternal absolutely lacked some core melee, and I think it made the game feel a lot more run away from the demons and like constantly shoot at them, so you feel like you're just running away at all times. Whereas Doom 2016, you were fully allowed to just get your fists bloody. I think that's what made it a lot more Doom feely. Whereas some people walked away from Doom Eternal thinking that just felt more like an arcade shooter, you know?
I like the arcade shooter.
Oh, yeah, no, of course you're fully allowed to like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like gameplay wise, I think they both are really good. But if you are someone who is really interested in the Doom story, as I am, like Doom 2016, its story is so much better. There's so many plot holes in Doom Eternal, especially like how did he?
You can't just shoot a hole.
I love that scene, but how the hell did he just get this fortress of Doom after just being trapped in hell? I get that there's probably like explanations elsewhere, but it's just like the last game sees you just getting sent back to hell, and then suddenly Doom Eternal, oh, he's out of hell. He's got this fortress of Doom. Earth's being invaded. Like, what?
I think that was the least, that was the very least concern that everybody had the moment that he was the devil.
Yeah, they saw he had a gaming chair, and everyone just kind of forgot. That's funny. It's a funny game.
Oh my god, Markiplier's dad's in here. He has a book from Markiplier's dad canonically in the game. It's so cool.
I do love that. Yeah, it's like how to grow your mustache or something.
Yeah, how to treat your mustache by Edward Fishbach.
Bethesda developers trying not to be based.
Yeah, I thought we just said we hated them.
No, we like the developers.
Zack,
Yeah, we like the
yeah,
developers.
did you really just say Bethesda devs are based?
We like the developers.
We hate Bethesda.
We hate the producers.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We hate Bethesda in game.
Okay.
No, don't be rash.
In game. Bethesda in game.
Charles put the gif up of the Adam Warlock saying "Don't be rash" there, please.
Don't get us copyright struck.
He's not going to get us a copyright strike for that, will he?
I don't want to find out.
Yeah, probably be fine. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
But yeah, can we all agree that Doom Eternal
It's fun.
was a good
Yes.
game?
Yeah,
I'm in agreement with
definitely.
Okay, that's all we need. That's all we need to do.
All the Doom games are great, apart from Doom 3, which is kind of
Yeah, fair enough. But nobody actually remembers Doom 3. So
Doom 3 is not a Doom game.
yeah, who cares though? Really, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
If I may ramble,
Okay.
No, you may not.
2021. Ooh, buddy, this is my game.
Oh God.
I'm not even going to bother about fucking transition. I can't be asked. I'm just so excited to talk about it. Hitman 3.
Have we been doing this for 4 hours?
3 hours.
Shush. Hitman 3.
All right, Hitman 3.
Hitman 3. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. I was so tempted to put Hitman 1 and Hitman 2, but I didn't. I thought I'd save it all for Hitman 3 and talk about it all. Because in Hitman 3, it's so awesome. You can get all the content from Hitman 1 and Hitman 2 in Hitman 3. And it's just so good. And especially now that they've...
You did not tell me this when I bought Hitman 2.
When did you buy Hitman 2?
Watching ages ago.
Yeah, they did this.
Actually, it was probably.
Yeah, they did this recently.
It was probably before Hitman 3.
They've made
released.
it now the World of Assassination package.
Oh.
21 levels of just mastercraft. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I could list them all. How long do we have?
We probably want to speed this up because we're about 3 hours in.
Please, not much longer.
Yeah, I could name all of them.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have a hell of a time editing this.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I mean, Charles, but a hell of a time
Yeah,
editing it.
we love you, Charles, but it's so good. The humor, it's just, oh man, right. The first one has amazing level design apart from Colorado. It's so good and it just understands every aspect of what Hitman should be. Hitman 2, it has that, it builds. Okay. The second mission, Mumbai, the first one is just a tutorial. The second mission, Miami, there's just 2 normal targets. The third one, you don't know what one fucking looks like. You've got to figure it out. Fourth one, you've got to find clues. The third one, you have to make sure you don't kill a guy. That's not what you're meant to do. It's a Hitman game. You're meant to kill the people. It's so good. There's this really cool mission in Berlin in a nightclub. It's called Apex Predator, where usually you know who your targets are. You give them mission stories as well to kill them. You're dropped in this nightclub. Everything's gone wrong. ICA, the company you work for, is against you. And you have to take down 5 of their agents. The first time playing it is amazing because they're not marked on your map. You have to figure it out. You've got to like dart in and out of the crowd, and figure it out. And it's so good. And there's no mission stories as well. It's just so good. Okay, Hitman. Granted, it has some shy aspects. Personally, not a huge fan of Freelancer, the new roguelike mode they added back a few months ago. The 7 Deadly Sins package is shite.
Yeah, but it's all optional content, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all. Well, I mean, all content is optional content if you think about it.
No, not what I mean. It's not tied to the main gameplay loop. You can still do all the levels and like.
Yeah, you can still do all the levels. It's just if you want to get 100% completion, you have to do the 7 Deadly Freelancers. It's like its own separate thing. But like, if you want to get, because they do these things called escalations, which are like 3 mini contracts. So like level 1, kill this guy in this suit. Eliminate this guy by having him on a suit or doing a 360 hover thing while he's distracted by a coin while also doing the muffin glitch. They suck.
Yeah.
But they're so good. I fucking love Hitman, man. I'm so close to completing them, and they got the sniper assassin mode. They used to have ghost mode in Hitman 2, where you could compete against another player to assassinate a target as quickly as possible. Sadly, they removed it, but oh man, it was so good. It's such a good game, and these people have been put to make a James Bond game. And let me tell you, I will be first in line to the new James Bond game.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Oh God, it's because it so clearly takes inspiration at some points from James Bond. Like the tux he wears when you went to Paris for the first time, his shite fucking these muffins are to die for, and he's poisoned them. It's if you just watch any Hitman 2 Wilton Creek, there's a whole bit where he does a house tour for this guy he's trying to sell it to. He's like, oh yes, this floor has 2 exits. Floor is perfect for hiding stains. I'll send it to you. It's so good, man. Play this game. Okay. The ICA training facility is free. I'm pretty sure you can download that on anything. Okay, you can download it and you'll have a hell of a time. I promise you this. I said Blood Money was good. Okay, I think there are better games. This is that game. Okay, the Deluxe edition as well. They've added escalations that reference all the old ones. Like, it's so good. Buy this fucking game. It's so good. It makes you feel like Batman.
With all the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
With black teen. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a good game. And it's so well voice acted. And such a shame that Freelancer is dog water. But the rest of the game, if you look aside that, it's so good. It's so good. And the kills are so brutal sometimes. Like there's one where you push this corrupt Italian politician, aren't they all, off a church tower. He falls off the tower onto a church spike that goes through his chest.
Mamma mia.
It is so cool. And that same politician, you could literally... Goodman, by the way. I'm not joking. The fucking name outside of his office translates to Saul Goodman. You can stab a pen through his eye. It's so cool. It's got something. It's a puzzle game. It's a stealth game. It's a puzzle game. It's a fucking action game. But play it. Just please play it. It's so good, and I love it. And it's such a shame. Have you two haven't played it, have you?
No, I've played Hitman 2.
I've played Hitman 3.
What? Of course you played fucking Hitman 3. What the fuck am I talking about? We played it together. Well, we kind of did.
Okay, Zack, We love the passion. It's 1 in the morning.
Okay, I don't care. Talk about Hitman 3 or I will execute you.
It's gonna take fucking forever.
Hitman 3, I love the environments. I love the unique ways in which I love coming up with stupid ideas to kill people. Because you can have different storylines in the levels, for just Hitman in general. But I love the creativity that actually like lets you pursue, unlike other games, which kind of like the Lego games. And I know it's such an odd comparison to make, but like the Lego games are like, oh, Lego is all about creativity, and there's only one way to complete the level. Whereas like the Hitman games, anything you get in and out your way, and of course it scores you based on like your ability to not be seen or just like be a good hitman. But like you can kill everyone and you still win.
Yeah, but also remember, Lego games are made for literal children.
Okay, yes. However, I'm not saying the Lego games are bad. I'm just saying that like if your whole brand is going to be creativity.
But you were trying to say like how there's no creativity to it. Like, yeah, it needs to be simple enough for children to be able to understand it, like little simpletons.
Charlie, it is 1 in the morning. You do not need to go defending the Lego games, okay?
Going to defend what I want. Okay, look, I was gonna say when you made that comment about being like Batman in Hitman, I was gonna say why be Batman when you could be Star-Lord in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 2021. This is such an underrated. I recently replayed it. It's up there with my favorite games of all time. I think it's such a fun game.
Such a good pick.
The like character designs in it, they are so good, man. Like I didn't really like them at first,
Apart
but
from Thanos.
yeah, okay, we don't talk about Thanos' design, and I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up, but yeah. But all of the Guardians designs, I didn't really like them at first, but they've really grown on me, and so has the game as a whole.
Charles, can you put Thanos? Charles, can you put Thanos' design from this game on screen, please, for the audience at home?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
Charles, we'll do that.
It is. I'll get it for you. It is cinema.
I haven't seen it. I need to see it. I have to see it. Hold on.
But yeah, I genuinely think I'm not sure. I think I prefer these Guardians over the MCU ones, if I'm being honest. Just their relationships, like the way they interact with each other, it's all just so good.
Oh my god.
He found it.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay. Fortnite skin looking
yeah.
at.
All the other characters' designs are good though.
No,
Pretty
they
much.
do. They honestly do look amazing, and especially the skins as well. How they're not pay for win, and you can just find them.
What I find really crazy about this is it is made by Square Enix and Eidos Montreal, the exact same devs who both worked on the Marvel's Avengers game only a year before. That was utter dog shit. And then they come out with this. I feel like that's why most people didn't give this much attention, because of the Avengers game. They just expected it to be shit. But no, this just is it's the complete opposite.
I'll be honest. I was one of those people. I was one of those people who saw, oh, this is just gonna be an Avengers thing. But I played it. It's so good.
I didn't even listen to the hate about Avengers. I wanted to try it for myself first time, which wasn't a good idea.
Oh man, this Guardians game is so good. I can't wait to try all the other Marvel games.
No, Avengers came out first. That's why this game tanked.
Yeah.
Because that bloody Marvel Avengers game. It was like I played that Avengers game. That was dog water. Man.
Oh yeah, I played Avengers. I think I got to that bit where like they're crashing into the city or something, and then Thor comes back to save them, and then I don't know, just kind of gave up there.
That was the tutorial mission, by the way. He gave up on the tutorial mission. Just saying.
That was not the tutorial mission. No, it was like the bit where the helicarriers crash into the city. Like near the end, there's all lightning and storms and shit. I don't know.
I don't care. No one cares about the Avengers game, man.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I've got to say this before we leave. The Thanos in this game looks like you took the normal character creator, just shifted his skin purple, and then picked Paladin as your class.
Oh my god, it does. It's like in Saints Row where you like boost all of the character sliders and just made it purple.
And then you put them in the most ridiculous armor. It actually looks like a set from like a bad JRPG.
I will not disagree. I feel like they just tried to go so different with this design but it just failed.
Oh, let's make him look like a Jackson Pollock painting with horns. Yeah, no, especially with like the concept art here. If he looked a bit bulkier, maybe he'd actually look decent. But like,
You've got to give him something for trying, man. Like, very difficult to make a video game, and I think we should congratulate everybody in this video,
yeah,
despite the shit we talk, for making a video game. That's well more than me.
Yeah, I was literally thinking, like, with the graphics as well, he really does look like a Fortnite character. He really just does.
search up the Fortnite model for Thanos and then put them side by side.
No, honestly, the Fortnite one looks way better from what I remember.
Yeah, Fortnite Thanos just looks so much better.
If I put in Fortnite Thanos right now, yeah, no, Fortnite. Oh my god.
I searched it up and it's just Fortnite Thanos doing the splits. What the fuck?
Honestly, we got to give Fortnite some credit. Their character designs are pretty good sometimes. Right, Harvey, second to last pick. What is it?
Okay. Odd choice here. But one, I was scamped for games, and two, this one flew under the radar. I feel as a sequel to something that really did shake the world, and that is Little Nightmares 2.
Oh yeah, that game.
Yeah, that one.
It really shook the world.
I mean, like, I played the first one, it was decent, but I didn't see anyone talk about the second
didn't.
one.
I love the vibe.
Wasn't it
of these
revealed that the main character was like a miniature down version of the main villain from the first one?
Yeah, pretty much. That was like what happened at the end of the first one. I just fucking sucked up everyone.
Basically, Little Nightmares 2 is a prequel to Little Nightmares, but nobody figures it out until the very end of the game. When there's like a post-credit scene where she gets on the ship where Little Nightmares 1 takes place. I love the aesthetic of these games. I have to say that. I love the just the bloat and the gore and the weird sort of like rat infested hull of the ship, and then I love the more electric theme they went with on the second one, and how like the first one is very grey and sort of like reddish, whereas this one is so blue. This one is so blue. I adore it. I adore the character designs. I mean, come on, that coat drips. Bro has a paper bag on his head and still pulls it off. Like, come on. I'm not joking. The main character has a paper bag on his head, and you can change his hat throughout the game. You can put a traffic cone on his head.
I like Plants vs Zombies. One epic callback. Remember that from 2 hours ago?
Remember that from 2 hours ago? Yeah. But I mean, there's some great storytelling here as well, because there is no dialogue in the game, so everything is environmental storytelling.
Oh, I love environmental storytelling.
And I think that's why I think you'd love this, because there's no dialogue in the game. So everything is environmental storytelling, but people still figure out entire timelines for this game. It is so good. The environmental storytelling is so good here because it looks like a complete abstract art piece, and then you start clicking things together on like how systems could work, and suddenly everything starts making sense. The whole world is built to make sense, and then they base the levels around that. And seriously, please go play the Little Nightmares 1 and 2, because they're not long at all.
It had such fanfare. What do you mean?
They're not long games, and whilst I admit that maybe I might be exaggerating the amount of like talk this game got, it was very significant to me. It was one of my first horror games, Little Nightmares, and Little Nightmares 2 getting a sequel, especially when it came out of nowhere. Oh my god.
Baby's first horror game.
Please just go play it. They're great games. I love the aesthetic. Just please go play it.
You did say please, now you gotta go do it.
Yeah, I did say please.
You did say please.
Okay. So that last games. Let's go quickly.
Last game. Now, Lego has been mentioned a fair few.
Yeah, well, you just cut out there.
I think you're only going to say times.
Yeah, it's been mentioned several times. That's because we are all such huge Lego fans.
Yeah.
Now, the reason for that is because most of us played with the actual stuff in our childhood. Most of us, well, some of us played on the games when we were kids. Now, Lego is still going strong, of course. They released a 2K driving Lego the other day, something that I've heard literally nothing about since the trailer. But last year, they did release the Skywalker Saga. And it's not the best Lego game, I'm going to be honest. It's far from the best. I don't think it's even like the top 5. But I do really like
Maybe not top 5, but top 10 at least.
Yeah, definitely the top 10. All right, like, 7 maybe. But I like it. I think the Skywalker Saga is a good game. It manages to compact the entire Star Wars universe, even Even some of the like Rogue One and Han Solo characters got skins, which is really cool, and into a sizable game. You know, it's a really cool game to just look at and be like, wow, that exists. It's just a cool game for kind of existing. And like they even brought back the mumbles.
Mumbles?
Yeah, they brought back the mumbles that the games used to have.
Oh, I thought it was like an obscure Star Wars race.
No, but they did also do that. But they actually just brought back mumbles. So you don't have to have dialogue. You can actually just have the characters mumbling.
This is the Jawa. They speak in a unique tongue, and these are the mumbles. They're really fucking quiet.
I don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, it's just a cool game to look at and be like, wow, all of the Star Wars is converted into Lego. Like especially the complete saga. You can look at it as a remake of that slightly. It is slightly lessened with Force Awakens. I don't mean the film or the levels in that. I just mean the Lego game. Do you guys remember the Lego Force Awakens standalone Lego game?
Yeah, I had that.
No.
No one does. Yeah, I mean, it was all right game.
I don't know why they made it.
And I bought it. I remember buying it.
No, it's exactly. It's just such a weird game to make, and it kind of like dampens the impact of that because like you had one, but despite the sequels,
Unpopularity.
yeah, despite their existence, it's still just a really, really good game. I'm just really happy that it exists. Although I refuse to finish it. There are far too many collectibles.
I've decided I'm going to come back to it at some point. I'll do it at some point.
It's good. It's really good. But there's like 1,000 hollow bricks. They got rid of the gold bricks as well, which kind of peeves me off because I love the gold bricks. But they change them for hollow bricks, and like there are objectives in each level you have to do as well to get them. And there's 3 different levels. See, they kind of change things, which I'm not really sure about. Like 3 different levels of True Jedi. Is that necessary? Just have one. But they did bring some cool things back. Like they brought back the shooting galleries from The Force Awakens. They brought back the things where you could. I think it was introduced in Lego Incredibles, although no, it was in The Force Awakens as well, where you could build multiple things from one thing. And like you were actually talking about, Harvey, there was an aspect of choice, I reckon, in the first level of A New Hope.
Yeah,
where you could choose which way you went down a hallway.
yeah, in all of the levels, and it's similar to Lego Star Wars Force Awakens. Like you'd have a choice of building different things and going different places. You know,
It's small, granted, but
yeah,
it's still pretty cool. You know, like I'm not saying like it's gonna revolutionize the video game market. It's just pretty cool. I'm just happy that that game exists and I can look back and say, yeah, that is a kind of a remake, kind of a sequel to that game which we had at the start of this list. I'm just happy it exists.
They only made it because they think that the Star Wars like films are over now. It just only exists through TV shows. Because I could just imagine some poor programmer sat there like, Michael Mouse, please let me go.
Now, that's my Michael Mouse impression, by the way.
Yes, he is not my friend. I refer to him as
No.
Michael Mouse, not Mickey Mouse.
We're on. We are sworn enemies.
Mickey is a nickname, and nicknames of a friend, and I do not consider Michael Mouse a friend.
So do you call him Freddy or Frederick?
Frederick.
Frederick Fazbear. But no, I'm just very happy that that game exists. You know, it's funny how it loops around. That was one of our first games, and now our last.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Except really shitly and a lot of tangents in between. We're getting there. By episode 5, we'll have this shit nailed down.
It was not episode 5. That's a Charlie, your game.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's 1 o'clock. I'm too tired to think of a transition, but my game. It was an easy pick for this year. God of War Ragnarok. I think it's not. I think it's better than the 2018 one.
Oh god,
It's just so good, man. The story is amazing. The characters are amazing. It actually made me like Atreus. I went through the whole 2018 game, fucking hated Atreus. I wanted him to die. He was just an annoying little kid. But actually, he got a lot of great character development in this one, and I really started to like him. And especially that moment. If you guys played this?
I'm not going to play this.
Do you mind spoilers?
I don't care.
I've played it.
I have heard nothing about this game.
All right, okay. Viewers, spoilers.
They don't care either.
Women, they will be ahead. Yeah, but there's this moment where like Atreus has been off on his journeys for ages, and then he finally comes back to Kratos, and because he's conflicted, because at the end of the first game you find out Atreus is actually Loki, and so he's conflicted through this game, like whether to embrace his Atreus side and stick with Kratos, or become the god that he was destined to be as Loki. And basically, he comes back from his journeys, and Kratos is like, "What should I call you?" And then Atreus just runs into his arms crying, and Kratos just says, "Atreus," and I'm genuinely starting to tear up right now thinking about it.
Oh.
This is so bad, but yeah, it is such a great moment. I love it. This game so much. I actually really need to replay this now.
Wait, is that at the very end where he's?
No, it's like halfway through the game.
Oh, I don't remember that scene, but
It's so weird. I remember hearing loads about God of War 2018, but when this one came out, I kind of really didn't hear anything about it. The only thing I saw was like the guy opening the door. That was it.
Oh, you need to watch. You need the first 20 minutes of it. This is like the best opening sequence of any game, I swear, or at least in recent years. I was saying that Evil Within's opening sequence is good. This is just perfect. It's so good. Like the opening sequence, you start off as Kratos in this cave while he's waiting for Atreus. Atreus comes back to the meet. Then you run off on your sled.
Mm.
You get attacked by Freya because she's now pissed off at you. You have this whole sick chase. Then she goes. You get back home. You're safe from her. But then Odin and Thor arrive. They have this whole conversation. They're like, "You will stop looking for answers to him being Loki or whatever." And then Kratos
and you
was
will
like,
stop looking for Tyr.
yeah, stop looking for Tyr. That's it. And then Kratos was like, "No." And then Thor
No,
just
fuck
smacks
off.
Thor just smacks him into the air, and then they have this whole badass fight. It's so fucking good, and it is so great. It's so great at the end of the fight. Kratos lets out his full rage when Thor threatens to hurt Atreus. It is just, oh, actually, no. I was saying that The Last of Us has the best father-child relationship. No, God of War does. Honestly,
Bro, you could tell he was actually getting chills from his own retelling.
I really am, man. I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling things, and it's good.
I feel good.
I feel good, man. But like when I was saying about that bit of Kratos and Atreus as well, I was like actually starting to tear up, man. That was yeah. I did not expect
Yeah,
that.
the God of War games are written so well.
I need to replay these now. I'm actually going to replay them. I'm gonna go back into a God of War phase.
Yeah, there's no exaggeration in the whole Odin asks if he accepts the offer. Kratos just gets up from his chair very slowly turns to him and goes, "No."
I love it. So good.
There is no exaggeration. There is no. He just looks at him and goes, "No."
No, fuck off.
Just tells him to get out of his house. Odin goes, "Don't take too long." And by the way, I want to stress again that Fat Thor. I call him Fat Thor a lot of the time because Thor's design in this game has stuck with me as the best piece of body positivity a game has ever shown, and it stuck with me for months.
And you just called him fat. Well done.
No, because obviously his design makes so much sense. What does this dude eat all the time? Meat and beer. Of course, he's gonna have a stomach.
And because he's just so fucking powerful, he doesn't need to like work out or anything.
Well, see, that's the thing. Because in the original, actually no, not in the original. In God of War Ragnarok, Atreus asks him when he's gonna get muscles like his dad, and Mimir says, "Oh no, you're always gonna have the strength of a god, but to get the physique of a god, you got to start picking heavy things up, and you got to put them back down, lad." But then I went ahead and I looked at some of the world's best weightlifters. They all have that gut. They all have that build, and you realize how accurate Thor's build is. He eats all the time to get the calories for his muscular and physical strength. And you realize, oh my god, that Marvel Thor would be completely owned by this dude. He would snap him in half.
Oh, he totally would. Because if they were in a fight though, this Thor would just not hold back. He would fuck the Marvel version of Thor.
He takes his face off.
Okay, my attention is back.
Yeah, no, just like Chris Hemsworth gets his head thrown, okay? And mind you, the snapping of the fingers from Mjolnir, so fun. Oh god, Like they add little things for the gods to give them personality, and just oh my lordy alive. Anyway, yeah. So based pick from all of you guys so far.
Well, you've got the last one.
Yeah, Mr. Based. Come on, let's see.
Okay, before we end, I would like to thank my Orthodox rabbi friend Bill Clinton for this award.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
We know exactly what this is.
And I would like to thank my Orthodox rabbi friend Bill Clinton.
That's good. That's a good.
It's Elden Ring, of course. It's Elden Ring. I'm a FromSoftware. I put 3 FromSoftware games on here. Elden Ring is one of them.
Yeah, Zach, you say I'm a simp for PlayStation. He's a simp for From
At
Software.
least they put their games on both consoles.
No, you put more PlayStation games than him.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
4, yeah, okay, already more than
5,
him. 5, yep.
6,
Six.
7, 8. Only 8.
8 out of 17.
Okay, that's literally half. That is literally half.
Maybe.
That is literally half.
Okay, now Elden Ring is. I mean, what else can I say that isn't part of the From Software experience? Instead, I'm just going to talk about like one of the most joyous worlds that From Software has ever done. Like everything else they make is so depressing. I have hiccups now. That's not great. Thank God it's the end. But everything else is so depressing that From Software makes. But then Elden Ring is so, at least in comparison, it's very joyous. Definitely has the most unique concepts stuffed into one game, I think. Because with Bloodborne, you really only had to get behind the Eldritch Gods and then the blood system, and then that's it, you were done. Whereas Elden Ring, you dig more and more, and you start learning these kind of nitpicks in the world. Like, for example, grace, and then you think about grafting, and then you think about like how the dragon communion works, and then like it's normal from software magic, but the open world allows them to blend new cultures and new ideas without having to limit you on what you can read and what you can find. Because that's the thing, they do open world so well. Like you start in Limgrave, and then you can go to Caelid immediately, and Caelid is like mid-game scaled, but mid-game scaled enough where like you don't feel massively disadvantaged going there, but you still like got to keep on your toes. And then once you beat Godric, that's like the official way out of Limgrave, but you can also just skip Limgrave. But you only figure that out on like your second and third playthrough. It's a very natural like way of bordering the player without restricting their options. And I mean, look, Armored Core is going to come out, and I'm going to play it because it's from software. Okay, I'm not expecting a Dark Souls game. I'm expecting a funny shooty mech game. Okay, but I'm gonna play it because Elden Ring proves that From Software can do whatever they fucking want.
I think every From Software game has proved that, really.
Yeah.
So Elden Ring, the only thing I remember about that, apart from the brief time I spent playing it with you, was it was yeah. First of all, the maidenless. That was genius.
That is amazing.
Wakes up after being mugged by some dude with like 12 arms. Get out of a cocoon. Get out of like a cacophony. Okay, you get out of your weird tomb. You wake up. This dude in a white mask calls you bitchless.
It was genius. The second bit I remember was over on YouTube. Do you guys remember the Quantum TV and the Axeman thing?
Nope.
Oh, this was genius. So this guy called Quantum TV, he released this video about why he didn't like fucking Elden Ring, and he was one of those guys who said it should have an easy mode. So Axeman goofed on him. He made like 50 videos on it, and then it turned out that Quantum TV like called his mum and stuff. It was genius.
What?
It
What, he
spiraled.
called Ackman's mum?
Yeah, it spiraled. I'll send you the videos, but it absolutely just spiraled.
Oh my god.
Like he called his mummy. But yeah, if Charlie, do you have any words on Elden Ring?
I haven't played it, so I can't. The only From Software game I've played is Bloodborne, and I'm only several hours into that.
Only several.
Elden Ring gives you so many build options. I think, like, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are quite samey. Like, you can do a pyromancy build, you can also do a flame of frenzy build. But like Dragon Communion for Arcane is not just bleed anymore. It's not just bleed poison, not bleed Dragon Communion. You can do okay, Arcane. Arcane kind of still sucks, in build variety, but like bleed builds are also just broken them. So, you take what you get. But yeah,
Okay. So throughout this entire list, there has been somewhat of a running theme that has been confirmed with our final entry.
Charlie doesn't like alternate views.
Yeah, no, Charlie does not like alternative views. If you have a view that's opposing to Charlie, don't voice it. It's not worth it.
He will find you.
It's just not worth it. I just wouldn't do that if I were you.
But if you agree with me, I love you. Very nice.
Don't make a bar of it. I'm trying to be serious here.
Very nice.
Very nice. Gonna do this. My wife. So, Harvey, he likes his difficult games, his weird, fetishy, difficult games.
I have over 400 hours in Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Plants vs Zombies, Doom Eternal, all the difficult games.
Plants vs Zombies. Did I just do it?
No. Me and Charlie, we like our Lego games and our Star Wars ones, but especially these final picks, Charlie's, his was all about the PlayStation. That's what he likes doing. He likes playing them lovely PlayStation exclusives that I'm very jealous that he has all himself. Harvey, he likes them hard. He likes the diffy games. Okay, he likes them difficult games. And you know what? All the power to him, including Plants vs Zombies. We're counting that as hard. Have you ever tried to beat that final level? That shit's impossible. And I like me funny shooty games. But at the end of the day, what you should do is you should like this video and subscribe for more epic content.
I will find your house.
Now that is an ending. Now that is an ending.
That really is the ending of all time.
That is one of the endings that took place. Thank you.
Well, women.
Yeah, women, our time is concluded.
It has been an honor. If you have sat through the past 3.5 hours to listen to our video game opinions.
No, it's good. It's going to be shorter than that. It might be 2 hours.
To the psychopaths who sat through that today, thank you so much. It is now 1 a.m. We're going to go cry.